We're doing something completely out of our comfort zone today. We're going to the Paris Catacombs, so we're excited for these spooky vibes. This is Alexandra with Time Off Request. Let's go.
We got off the metro in the morning to follow the ominous signs to the Paris Catacombs. I mean, look, it's freaking bats. So cute. Upon crossing the street, we can already start to see the people line up outside the entrance for their assigned time. Tickets become available online 7 days before your anticipated entry time, and they book up quick, so make sure to plan ahead. They only sell tickets online, and you have to provide the name of everyone in your party during checkout. So make sure to have those specifics locked down before purchasing tickets. For Wednesday, at the end of April, our day was completely sold out. We got there a few minutes early for our 9:45 a.m. entrance. We would have been too chicken to even do an evening tour, but their last entrance is at 7:30 at night. That's for the brave. They eventually open the doors to start letting people in through security and scanning tickets. At that time, you also get your headset to guide you while you're on the tour. And your journey begins. Before your descent, there are a few rooms with general information and history about the catacombs as a way to start your visit. I'd recommend taking a breather before you actually start and go through that turnstile. Anything, really, to prepare yourselves to visit this historic late 18th century cemetery, where we were nervous of hitchhiking ghosts.
They're not going to follow you back home.
While I understood the general idea of the catacombs, I never actually looked up what to expect from this visit, so I was in for a real treat. It's not for the faint of heart. This experience is only accessible on foot, where you walk down 20 meters of stairs, or 131 steps, which is about 66 feet underground. They have installations that explain the walls of limestone before you begin your walk toward the tunnels. Luckily, our journey was dimly lit all throughout, and it was nice and cool for the early summer months. The tunnels are a bit spooky, and eventually, I did get a bit claustrophobic. Listening to that audio did get a bit daunting at times, so if it gets too intense, you can always hang them around your neck instead of wearing them. And of course, don't forget to breathe.
Not having headphones on because they have like a spooky soundtrack. Well, maybe not spooky, but the vibes from here are just a little off and getting queasy myself. So deep breaths in and out definitely helps. So walking through the tunnels of the catacombs.
You pass the numbers along the walls that inspectors in the quarry would help catalog their work. The quarries provided stones for the city's houses, palaces, churches, and other monuments since the 15th century. And the lighting along the way helps with the storytelling, almost making it seem as if we were underwater, where there were shells, sand, and sediment sinking to the bottom of the sea.
At least now we've got the beach waves, but I think it's the trying to feel underwater as well. So no, thank you for that.
Look closely at the illuminated area on the ceiling. Look. Notice the strange shapes embedded in the stone. There's seashell fossils.
Wow. Seashell fossils. How cool.
But if you still get scared like me, just see the emergency signage along the way to orient yourself. The further along the route you get, the more humid it gets, where you can even see the water drip from the ceiling and create small, slick puddles below. Watch your step.
Allons-y.
Before you see part of history through the Paris catacombs, the audio guide and museum exhibits help prepare you for the passage ahead. It can feel overwhelming and yet impactful as you visit and honor the dead while seeing their final resting place. As expected, it's forbidden to touch the bones. These are Parisians, men, women, children, that passed away between the 10th all the way to the 18th century in and around the city. Vandalism harms the millions of people whose remains are laid to rest here. Not to mention, French Penal Code punishes any desecration of burial grounds with 1 year of imprisonment and a 15,000 euro fine. Remember, this is a place of remembrance and deserves to be preserved to honor the dead. That being said, you might want to reconsider your visit if you don't do well with human remains of so many individuals, or if you think it may bring up any grief for any of your own loved ones that have passed on. It's a deeply reflective journey about life and death. For the most part, your experience with the graves will be accompanied by melodies to match the environment. A bit chilling. At times, there's also audio that comes up, but we actually had issues with our headphones every now and then. We approached the security guards along the way, and they were really helpful and nice. They informed us that we could restart our headsets since the signal underground might go in and out for some. It was a bit frustrating at times to not have the audio describe what was around us, and we felt like we were missing part of the stories. The entire catacombs felt like a maze, where it was dark and very dimly lit for most of the time. You can feel like you're getting lost, so stay close to your group and gauge how long you want to experience this self-guided tour. As our own journey was coming to an end, there was still some interesting sights to see, like the shaft at the end to see how limestone was lifted up and bones were transported down below ground. And then after learning about the history of the catacombs, they prepare you for the 100 steps back up to ascend to the streets of Paris.
Enjoy your return to the world of the living, and as you think of Paris and their underground, where people are resting in peace in the catacombs.
Now, back to reality, above ground and breathing in the fresh air. Down the street from the entrance, but it makes it seem like much further with how much we walk through the tunnels underground. Be sure to look out for the gift shop, which we didn't have the chance to stop at. Thank you for going with us on our eerie trek through the Paris catacombs. It was a deep journey, literally, and it made us think about history and honor the ancestors of France. We probably should have mentally prepared more, but that's where we share our experiences to help you know what to expect. What surprised you the most about our visit? Have you been to the Paris catacombs before? And if you're exploring more of Paris, make sure to check out our other excursions in the City of Lights here. Don't forget to like this video, post a comment, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in that next one. Thank you for coming along with our time off request.